Hello, collective. Welcome. This is Divine Empress 71. I'm coming back at you to do another reading. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a pretty good Saturday so far. So I've shuffled the cards. I've meditated over the deck. So I'm going to tell you what I have. I have habits, habits, uh, commitment, divine feminine, wingman, and karmic lesson. So, I was really trying to get two cards to come out rather than three, but that's. But anyway, so I may be speaking to a divine feminine, maybe somebody who operates in the divine feminine energy. But I'm gonna use the scenario, male female scenario. But you can flip it, either way. So somebody, you know, this man, somebody you was this male that you was closely connected to, um, maybe at one point, I don't know if commitment was something they may have thought about with you, but I, maybe they could have seen a future with you, maybe. But this is somebody that have habits. They got some unhealthy habits, and they don't know whether or not they would be willing to change those habits to be with someone like you. They also had some, like a close male friend or a male family member that they was close to. It could have been a male family member on your side or a male or a friend on their side, whichever. But this was like a partner in crime kind of friend that they had. Somebody that covered for them, somebody that would lie for them. So, this could have been two guys that they could have like fed off of each other, off of each other's energy. He could have listened to this male friend too, concerning you, divine feminine. Yeah, this so-called homeboy of his um could have caused some sort of disruption between, with his connection with you, because divine feminine, yes, you are or you were, whether this, yeah, you are or you were, this person did see you as marriage material. They knew that you were marriage material. But I believe that they let some things get in the way. Their habits. This could have been somebody that they could have been stubborn, wouldn't change. Maybe they had a fear of changing. Um, and they could have been influenced by their homeboy, or homegirl or whatever. Somebody who, um, this was their partner in crime. This could have been somebody that they could hang with, and they would do dirt together. You know, yeah, they could do sneaky stuff together. But one covers for the other. Mm. This so-called homeboy or this friend or whoever this person they was connected to outside of you um, could have been playing both sides also, where they would tell you things about this man that you was connected to, and then they would go back and tell this man things about you, you know, to try to cause some sort of division, you know, between the two. That was a karmic lesson to be learned in this situation. Hmm. 8 of Swords, Gemini energy. This is air sign. Yeah, this is about being restricted, you know, being trapped, being stuck. Uh, mm. There could have been a lot of drama in this situation here with this, you know, with this person. There could have been some drama there. Things being held up. Things couldn't progress like it could have because of that. Mm. This person could have been somebody who could have been kind of like stuck in their emotions too. Um, Battling with the ego. Okay. That's what I'm hearing too. They were battling with the ego, but you know, and struggling with, you know, them seeing you as marriage material, wanting you, you know, seeing you could possibly be a part of their future. But they got some toxicity too, some bad habits that they didn't know that they were willing to change for, and that is what kind of kept them stuck too. Could have been going back and forth with themselves about it. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did walk away. 8 of Cups. It's Pisces energy. Mm-hmm. I kind of had a feeling that's what it was. I really felt that for some of y'all. Hmm. Some of you are, um, you know, this divine feminine energy is Empress energy, and this is where you are. Some of you are this person. This is what they see. Especially now that you are no longer connected to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because he, especially, man, and this is Taurus energy. Then we got Aries energy, the Emperor. Yeah, this was actually, this person could have been your match, the Empress to the Emperor. But because they were so um, dealing with their own issues, see, they caused heartbreak. Libra energy, 3 of Swords, they caused heartbreak. They were dealing with some baggage of their own anyway. Yeah. Hmm. So this emperor, you know, ran his empress away. He ran his empress away. Hmm. What a shame. His habits. It could be some addictions and things like that. And then on top of that, uh, him being connected to someone else, like his homeboy, or somebody he considered as a friend, to had some major influence as well in how he moved concerning this connection he had with you. Yeah, man, you guys could have been a great couple, a power couple even. You know, with your nurturing and your ability to create, you know, growth, comfort, and then his ability for providing stability, protection. I mean, somebody who's could have been dependable. Both of y'all, a mother and a father. I wonder too for some of y'all. Some of y'all could have been married to this person, but like I said, outside influences caused the breakup. It caused the heartbreak, which caused the separation, the breakup, the walking away, the leaving it all behind. Yeah. Six of Cups in reverse, Scorpio energy. Yeah. You letting it go. Letting go of the past. Focusing on the future. Focusing on yourself. You know, and that goes back to that karmic lesson as well. Growing, leveling up, you know. Well, yep. Same thing, Three of Wands. This is Aries energy, leaving it behind, you know. Looking out into the world, looking out into the future, planning, this also um, allowed you to build self-confidence, self-worth, and also being at peace with the choice you made. With the choice you made of walking away, learning the lesson. Yeah, these letting these letting these life experiences teach you some things. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. You know, this is Capricorn energy. Um, this could have been somebody who was slow to commit. Also, um, if they had commitment on their mind, they just, they could have, like I said, they could have seen you as their other half. But because who they were connected to, friend wise, and the bad habits that they had about themselves, that blocked it. That put them in a state of being restricted, being indecisive as well. You know, and they just kind of took their time. I believe that they could have taken too much time, taken too long to even want to even give you this commitment, which they knew that you deserved. They took too long. And then they was, and straddling the fence at this, at the same time, you know, because it was just too much of an interference with uh interference within themselves and interference outside of themselves. I mean, but this is definitely could be somebody who they could do things by routine, but they very, patient. They could have, they could have been somebody who um they are very resourceful when it comes to their money, their income, hardworking, somebody who does believe in persevering, reaching their goals, getting things done, things like that. You could be the same, kind of person, especially, you being the Empress, you know, so you could be the same kind of person. I believe that had, you and this person had some things in common. Um, that yeah, you guys had some things in common that this person could have been a great match, but this person had some growing to do, and they had some shedding to do, some growing and some shedding of some things that they didn't do. They were stubborn, somebody that didn't want to change. They knew that you were worthy of the change. They knew, but like I said, uh, they had too many distractions, and that caused them to take too long. And then, in the midst of all of that, they caused the Empress hurt and pain, and that is what made her decide to just move on. Cause ain't no telling how long you was sticking around, trying to see if this person would make up their mind about you. Could have been 5 years, 10 years, maybe even 20 for some. But but nevertheless, you hung in there, trying to give them a chance, hoping that they would, um, be willing to um, make the sacrifice, to um, for this commitment, to give you what you deserve, because you were their match, and they knew it. They knew it, but they didn't want to. There was some changes that they was gonna have to make, and that's where, you know, that's where the problem came in at. And then who they were connected to, these outside influences and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Let's get some unspoken messages from this person. Let's see what this person higher self would like to say to you, collective. Divine feminine. What we got? I never told you my true feelings for you because I was unsure of how I felt. Okay. So yeah, so that goes back to that where is it at? Yeah. That Eight of Swords. They were stuck. They were definitely kind of stuck going back and forth with themselves. So they, so like I said, they knew that you were worth the commitment. They saw a future with you, you know. Emperor, Empress. They saw it. But like I said, um, they had some issues. I was scared to fall in love with you, but I'm realizing I can't control how I feel for you. Yeah. They tried to control it. They tried, by hiding it. Um, and knowing I feel like that they knew who you were the whole time. They knew who you were the whole time. What else, Spirit? Does this person want to say? I keep telling myself the distance between us will bring us closer together. I'm starting to worry that I'll never see you again. Well, some of you, um, you won't see this person again because you don't have no desire to see this person again. Some of you probably do, but then some of you don't because there was a lesson to be learned. You learned the lesson and you moved on. It is what it is. You healed from the heartbreak. Some of you forgave this person. And now you're focusing on your future. You are no longer in the past. You gave the past up. That's not where you are. That ain't. That's not where you are. My truths are hard to tell you. Yeah, so they want to tell you the truth, or they feel like that they should have, and so they are having, their own regrets. Yeah, um, because like I said, they ran away their blessing. That it was divinely meant for you to come across this person, but because of where they were with themselves at the time, even though you could have seen a future with them, they could have seen a future with you, but they had some inner workings that needed to be done. They were also afraid of getting closer to you and then turn around and lose you. So they had some baggage, habits, baggage, whatever you want to call it. They could have had some abandonment wounds. This person had some wounds that needed to be healed. Hmm. Telling you how I feel for you has been a struggle for me. Every time I go to tell you, I choke up and can't find the words. Yeah. This could have been somebody who really wasn't tapped in emotionally as well. They could have been somebody that avoided their feelings. They ran from their feelings, especially with the Eight of Swords being here. Yeah. They could have been somebody who would put logic over emotions. Yeah. I know you've been waiting for me to reach out to you. Um, this person may be, for some of y'all, they could be pulling on your energy. Maybe, they could be feeling this way because this is how they feel. They want you to reach out to them. You know, a part of them want to reach out, but, I don't know. Some of them may feel like, hey, the damage is done. I know divine feminine is done. You know, um, I keep my feelings to myself. It helps me feel in control and safe. Absolutely. Like I said, somebody that they did not uh, want to be vulnerable. You know, they could have, because like I said, this was somebody that was already carrying some things. I regret not seeing your worth and what we could have built together when I had my chance. Absolutely. Going back. Going back, y'all. Going back to what could have been. Emperor, Empress. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they could have had it. They could have had it. I'm telling you, but oh well. They blew it. They blew it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they blew it. They blew it. Heartbreak, causing heartbreak, and then being stuck. Being stuck. And then, ain't got they homeboy in the ear. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's get I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. We'll get um a message from Spirit. Spirit, what is it? What would you like for collective to know? What do you want collective to know, please? Okay, we got two. All right. Spirit says you are safe, you are protected. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set for you. So basically, you rose above it. Lessons have been learned. Mm-hmm. Yeah, lessons have been learned. It is safe for you to trust your path. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's safe for you to trust it now. Choices, choices. Choice is the most powerful tool you have. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several doors, bringing new experiences into your life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. Back to that three of wands. Yeah, you got a choice. Yeah, every day we have a choice to take the high road or take the low road. You choose. Collective. That's all I have for this reading. If it resonates, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And for those of you who's donated to the channel, I appreciate the blessing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So until next time, collective, blessings to you all. Namaste.